Hello, everyone, and welcome. So we're going to be conducting a short interview with Mr. Michael Carroll, the director and founder of the NLP Academy. And this interview is intended, or it's aimed at us understanding and just asking Michael some questions about the new program that the NLP Academy has just launched, which is the new Code for Extraordinary Coaching program with Michael himself, John Grinder, and Carmen Bostic.
Well, this is really about packaging new Code NLP and coaching skills into a 6-month modular program with John, Carmen, and I to give people actual coaching experience. This is actually about the process of coaching applied bespoke to clients. Yeah, so this is about the client experience. This is about creating a context for coaches to have a unique set of tools that are not available anywhere else to make a difference in the lives of the people they work with.
Fantastic. Thank you, Michael. So if I'm hearing you right, so this is about coaching and it's a bit of a long-term sort of support to people. Now, I'm just curious, a lot of people are also asking, so what is different about the 6-month coaching as opposed to just going for an intensive NLP program, such as the NLP Master Practitioner, for example? So what would you say is the difference?
Well, both are highly effective, but I'm just going to talk about the difference in modular programs and intensive programs, just to start off with, yeah? You know, before COVID, you know, back in 2019, John, Carmen, and I, we're a renowned NLP practitioner and international coaching certification over 13 days. I would do the 5 days core skills. John and Carmen would come in and do 5 days of the 8 days for new Code NLP for coaching excellence, and I would do 3. And many of the beautiful attendees who are here online with us right now either attended that program in person or online. And it is an immersion, yeah? It's a complete immersion into NLP, new Code NLP, and coaching. So it gives people the circuits and, you know, the base skill set. You know, but what nobody has actually done in those 13 days is actually taken those patterns home and applied them. They've only been applied in the coaching context, sorry, in the classroom context. There's no real world application of them. You know, so people have now got, it's like carrying a massive trunk, you know, a suitcase full of patterns. They're all jumbled up, yeah? And then when they get home, they've got to get them out and sort them out and put and organize them ready for their coaching experiences with clients. You know, and it's that organization and arranging of the patterns, you know, in someone's experience that will give them a skill set to be a coach. You know, now without feedback from trainers when something doesn't go right, let's say in a coaching situation, or if they meet an unusual client, they haven't got an expert or a trainer to liaise with, to share that experience with. So this 6-monthly program, it includes the clients bringing to us their difficult client cases and us on another module doing live demos with live clients as well. You know, so we've packaged this program so people can come and build on the skill set they have from their intensive, yeah? And then we will polish that off and share newer material as well. And then the coach will go out to their practice and they'll come back to us with feedback, you know, on what happened, how it worked and how it didn't work in some cases. And then we'll better help them based on their practical experience to get new skills and insights on what they could have done so they continually developing themselves. What I would say, Lola, I mean, you used to be in the fitness industry. The intensive is like going on a 2-week fitness program or health drive, yeah? And the modular program is about maintaining that, maintain that and building the muscles to be an extraordinary coach.
Sure, I love it. Thank you, Michael. That was a lovely comparison at the end and one I can really relate to. So my next question that I'm very curious about, why extraordinary coaching?
Because I don't want to be an average coach. I want people to be extraordinary. As a coach, I think we've got to believe in people's extraordinary capabilities, you know, even if they're not manifesting them yet. We've got to believe that people we coach have the ability to go far beyond their current comfort zone. Now, extraordinary is subjective, you know, so everybody's level of performance is subjective to them, their personal backgrounds, their natural talents, and so on. So I haven't got an average or a benchmark, if you like, for what is extraordinary. But for me, extraordinary is for somebody to go way beyond their current performance, to achieve things in life or bring things into their life that perhaps they had only dreamt about or wouldn't even dare to dream about. Our job is to create contexts for people to go way out of their comfort zone, and find skills and talents when they're out of their comfort zone that they may not have even knew they had previously, because they've been constrained by the social bar that's been put on them, the cultural bar that's been put on them, and their own filters that they impose on themselves, which keep them down. So I love extraordinary, to be honest with you.
Thank you, Michael. And I think my another question that I would really like to sort of, if you can answer for us, is say I'm a client and I want to take part in this program. What am I to expect? So let's say I have a certain skill set at the moment and I am at a certain level in my coaching practice. And of course, I always want to develop, which I assume other people want to do too by joining a program. What can I expect of myself? I think you did answer my question partially in these previous parts, but what can I really expect from this 6-month program to come at the end? Like, what am I going to get from this as a client?
Expect to go way beyond where you currently are. That's the first thing, Even today, we're at a practice session here today, and the feedback we've had from the people who's attended this practice session is amazing. Because it's the first practice session since most of them attended the courses, or the first practice session that some people have done for quite some time. But for the recent attendees, such as Abdullah, who shared his experience, and also Carroll, who shared his experience, they wouldn't have been able to do that a few weeks ago because they were thrown in the deep end and were relying on the life jacket that we were giving them in terms of coaching them just to stay afloat. And they were all in over their heads, and sometimes struggling by being in over their heads, which is a part of learning. Nobody learns when they're comfortable. If you think about the times you've had in your life, it's when you're out of your comfort zone. So we created a context here in the program to push people out of their comfort zone, but in a safe and caring environment. Now they've gone home, they've had time to reflect. And we've ran an open practice session today, and the performance from the people has gone right up in an exponential curve, By doing this on a 6-month, can you imagine what it'd be like? 1 weekend every 6 months? The improvement is just going to be amazing. That's how it's going to be, because people go home, it sits, they mulls over their unconscious mind, their conscious mind, they get insights. And when they come back, they realize how much they actually did learn and how much they already know, but they didn't know they knew it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you mentioned that, Michael. I was thinking the same thing as you answering my question. I was thinking, wow, imagine doing this with you, John and Carmen. And this was just a practice session, so totally see that. I have a couple of more questions for you very, very shortly. But my next question is just, so let's say whoever wanted to sign up for this, what would be the prerequisite to joining this program, and how can they sign up? What's the next step from here, for example?
The prerequisite for anybody to join this program is they're a new Code NLP practitioner, certified by John Grinder, Carmen, Bostic, Clair, and myself. They're a new Code NLP coach, certified by John Grinder, Carmen, Bostic, Clair, and myself, or a new Code NLP practitioner who's a graduate from one of our ITA NLP trainers. So the entry level is to have awareness of the new Code NLP and a bit of a background from the intensive trainings, so that when we go into the patterns, the people, will know, to a certain extent, the core essence of the patterns, and that's what we're helping them to develop. And a commitment to learn. But this program is for people who want to apply, just to get this clear. Apply the NLP coaching tools, the new Code NLP coaching tools, to make the world a better place, to bring to your clients, to make the world a better place. And there's one module that I'm going to be running at the end. It's called the business of coaching, and one of my hobbies, some people will know this, is running businesses, being an entrepreneur, and making money. That's a hobby of mine. It isn't my passion. making money. I've got other passions that excite me a lot more. But money and running a business, and a profitable business, is a useful thing, and it's very handy. So you can go and live a beautiful life yourself. Go to the countries you want to go to, or get involved with the activities you want to get involved with. So I will show people here how to build a coaching business, and it's an amazing thing to do, to build a coaching business where you're creating your wealth from helping other people, access their personal brilliance. We've got John and Carmen's massive expertise working with the health and healing issues, working with clients, non-linear coaching systems. They're bringing all of our expertise, as well as the new CCU, the COVID clear up, and the new norms. There's a lot of new stuff we've got from John and Carmen, and we're a great team. And it's just a privilege for me to be able to use, in this format, bringing John and Carmen to a global audience when they're in California, and we're all over the world, and just connecting people for the greater good. Sorry, that's a long answer.
Yes, it's brilliant, isn't it, Michael, how we can all connect. And just my last question to you before we conclude this interview is there anything else that you can share with us, Michael, that you feel would be relevant for people to know regarding this program that I perhaps haven't included in my questions? Maybe something that you want to improvise with briefly that could be of importance for people who are perhaps thinking about this?
Well, it's just about the general notion of developing and creating something new. Yeah, I got in to NLP. I'll answer that question in a minute, Viola. I got into NLP when I was in my early 30s. Well, it was about in my early 30s, yeah, and I was so motivated, and I built this business. I feel that same energy right now again, and I'm 58 again, about launching something new into the world, which is what I did in 2004 when I started to work with John and Carmen and formalized a lot of the new code patterns to take out there when we set up the ITA. So to be doing something different, to be doing something new, to be making it, to offer this type of program outside of a certification hunters. This is not about the coach and the certificates on their wall. Yeah, this is not about the coach and the ego, about how they conduct themselves. This is totally client-centered. This is all about the client, and using and developing processes that are just not available anywhere else. This is a non-linear system, the things that John, Carmen, and I have personally used when we're coaching clients. Thank you very much for this interview, Lola, by the way.
Thank you also for answering my questions, Michael. It's been a pleasure, and thank you for being very resourceful with the information and giving us sort of the overall picture of what this program is about. So thank you very much.